Here I am, day 3 at HAMMERFEST with Primitiai. How are you guys?
Very well, thank you.
So when did you arrive?
Yesterday night.
So you've had a chance to see some of the bands and chill out a bit?
Yeah,
Pretty
we
much.
Drank a load of Jägermeister last night and Jack Daniels and watched Grand Magus, Overkill and Soilwork.
And we've been lazing around in the sun today, playing football.
Yeah, son, the football is here somewhere. Just to prove that they're not lying, that they are keeping fit, they have football. And you're on really late tonight, aren't you? So you've got to try and stay awake.
Yeah, hopefully everyone will be really drunk by then, going crazy.
Be good. It'll be good. It's, you know, and you're closing the whole show as well for the whole weekend. That's really quite like a headliner.
I'm not sure Creator would see it like that. But yeah,
that's definitely a positive way of looking at it.
Yeah.
but anyone who's still up and rocking at that time, there'll be a pressure on us to make sure we give them something worth staying up for.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we're going to try and do.
So HAMMERFEST today, where are you going next?
Well, we've got a few festivals lined up in the summer. Altfest is probably one we're most looking forward to. You know, we've got Arch Enemy and the Cult playing the same day.
Oh, excellent.
Big fans of them. Got a few other dates, you know, playing with bands like Jet Black, that's Finfest, they're good mates of ours. Rock and Metal Circus, should be cool.
Right, yeah.
A couple of bands we played with before, I think Bullriff Stampede.
Triaxis and Voodoo 6.
Not to forget Tigers of Pantang, it's a proper new wave British heavy metal there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Tom will be all over that.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
And recording wise, is there anything new in the pipeline? Or are you thinking about doing?
We're still heavily promoting the new album Rise Again. It came out in October. We've did a tour with Sepultura, supporting them to promote it. So we're going to keep promoting that for a while, but we're demoing new songs all the time.
Oh, good.
Sending them around to each other. So we're definitely going to be ready for when the new album cycle comes.
Excellent. How has the album been received so far?
It's been great. I mean, it's literally been 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, all across the board. Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Cool.
Really happy.
Yeah, that's
Put a lot of work into it, and it's paying off.
Right, and who did the artwork on your?
Artwork was a Portuguese guy who came, highly recommended. He's done Firewinds,
Angra, Arch Enemy.
Right.
Trying to think, didn't want to go down too cliched with kind of like swords and shields and dragons and things, you know.
Yeah.
But he's got quite a nice distinctive style that a lot of bands we like use, I guess. And we thought we'd ask the question, and he was within our budget, so we were delighted.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, that's
it looks good on a t-shirt as well, and on a big banner at the back of the stage, which is important.
Yeah.
We're happy with it.
Yeah. So you'd use them again?
Definitely.
That's good stuff.
Really
That's
good.
very good. And touring and stuff. When you're on tour, what do you do to sort of keep fit and healthy, or do you just eat the food that's not meant to because it's easier?
Well, I think we keep it pretty healthy, to be honest. I mean, like our rider normally consists of, you know, as well as alcohol, we've got, you know, fruit in there, juice.
To go with the alcohol.
Yeah.
Crisps, mixers.
I think, what can I say? Yeah, eat a lot of fruit. So that makes everything better.
The 5 a day, isn't it? I mean, you've got to have the 5 day in one way or another.
I think we have Jägermeister a lot of the time. It's got like 57 herbs in it. It's very
good,
medicinal.
isn't it? It is medicinal, and that's how it started off. It's medicinal, so you can't go wrong with that then, can you?
Yeah, that's all.
That's what Surgeon says anyway.
Right.
The most important thing is just, you know, don't get wasted before a gig or if there's a gig the next day.
Yeah.
If it's a day off the next day, then anything goes really.
Yeah.
But, it's not fair. It's not fair on people watching a gig to be hungover and useless. We've got to try and make sure whenever we take the stage, we do the best we possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. And before you go on stage, you know, and all the time, do you have any sort of little ritual that you do, for, you know, together to sort of get you pumped up, or what do you?
I think our singer kind of walks around in circles, yelling. Just to get in the zone.
He does that sometimes when there isn't even a gig to warm up.
We just make sure everything's like working. There aren't any technical issues. Tune all the guitars about 5 times.
Yeah.
I normally find myself talking to the drummer, just asking about 5 times, did anyone give the sound engineer the intro tape? It's nothing particularly coordinated or relaxing.
Yeah.
Just try and spend a few minutes noodling around on the guitar.
Yeah.
Make sure we know what songs we're playing.
Yeah.
Try not to look out front too much if there's a big crowd, because get a bit funny about it.
It's quite funny because that was the next question I was going to ask. Is like, how do you feel when you see a huge crowd out in front of you? Do you have the nerves, or do you think yes?
It definitely puts butterflies in my stomach, but in a good way. It doesn't make me nervous. It makes me really excited. Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah.
I know the gigs that, well, personally speaking, maybe the others too, the gigs I've enjoyed the most have been the ones where the crowd's really into it, big crowds really into it. We had that a couple of times on the Sepultura tour. It does feel different to, playing to 15 people in a slightly empty looking room, which also happens sometimes, but the level of band we're at, we take what we can get.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky enough to get a gig like tonight at HAMMERFEST or one of these festivals or supporting a band like Sepultura, we just got to make the most of it.
Absolutely. And of course it's difficult these days, isn't it, for bands to progress, because you seem to have to get to a certain stage, then you have to make a decision. Do you give up the day job or anything you're doing and make the commitment where there isn't a lot of money in the selling music at the moment?
Oh no.
So you do have to come to that point, like say, how committed are we to doing this?
Well, we all have jobs that we do during the day. We have a booking agent who gets us as many gigs as they can, and we don't turn down anything really. Pretty much everything they offer us we do, because we want to get out there. I think we've all been playing long enough to know though that there's not a lot of point just gigging for the sake of it. Where perhaps we could book a run of headline gigs for ourselves around the country Monday to Friday, going to places we've never been before, and with no real means of promoting it, we might just be playing to empty rooms. So it might be more useful to just go, okay, we'll pick a few Fridays and Saturdays and try and hook up with bands who we know in those towns, try and reciprocate later on, like inviting them back to London for a gig or something. It's so difficult to get people just to get the word out,
It's not easy these days at all.
We try the album. I think the album. I joined the band after the guys recorded the last album. I think it's a really strong album, so that will certainly help. We made a music video for it. We got a lot of good reviews. You need to have a good live show to go with it. So you need to get some word of mouth to go with all of the physical stuff. So that's what we try and do.
And of course, there's not much money in selling the music. It all seems to be in the merchandise. So you're into big and making the merchandise.
Well, we're definitely on the case. I mean, we've always gone to really good artists to try and get awesome design, because that's always going to sell more. That was part of the reason why we hooked up with this artist Gustavo, because it looks great on the shirt, the stuff he does.
We haven't started going into weird merch territory yet, like Ghost, we're not going to go down that road at all.
Sex toys, that's
primitive sex toys.
Kiss is the one. I mean, if you've ever been on their site for merchandise, I mean, from nappies to baby dummies to condoms, I mean, they just merch anything that you can think of.
They just put their logo on it.
They've got it somewhere along the line. So I mean, it's.
I went to their mini golf place in Las Vegas over New Year, and that was just astonishing. They got Kiss onesies. You can have a Kiss wedding there. They're actually selling the Kiss coffin, which I'd never seen in real life before. That was amazing. You use it for storing beer until you die, is their idea. Fill it with ice and store beers in it.
Right, and then they just throw you in it.
And chuck you in it with whatever beer you didn't manage to drink.
I was just going to say, a very good friend of mine actually got married in a Kiss chapel. And he got married by Gene Simmons or something. Someone dressed as him. Not the actual one, but
Like one of those Vegas weddings with an Elvis impersonator. It's a Gene Simmons impersonator.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, they've really, but they have been in the industry quite a little while, I think, now. So they have sort of got a name out, and they seem to have
I'd say they're heroes of ours, aren't they, Kiss? Love Kiss.
Got his Kiss video.
Oh yeah.
Big fan as well. Right, I always ask a random question. So there's a tin of Quality Street on the table.
Quality Street.
Yeah. Which is the one you would leave behind and just would not touch?
I don't like the big purple ones. Leave all of them.
Probably leave the coffee ones. As much as I love coffee. Not for me.
Not a chocolate. And if the whole band was here, and the tin was there, and you had to race everybody else to get the one you want before everybody else can get there, what would it be? What would you go for first?
Green one.
The long thin gold one for me.
Oh yeah, that's the funniest.
Yeah, like that one.
Yeah.
We should put that on our rider. It's in Equality Street.
It's the green and the long orange one.
Yeah, just them, yeah.
A whole tin of them.
A whole tin of them, yeah. Like the brown M&M's thing that Van Halen
Oh
did.
yeah. Get your own brand. Get your own brand. I know because some bands do get their own name on bottles of beer. So you can get your name on chocolate.
Primitiai chocolate. That's the next merch line.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, if you find the right flavour, and there you go. You'll be well away.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, could be a winner.
Definitely.
Well, guys, thank you so much for giving me some of your time.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of the day
Thank you
before
very
you go and
much.
play. And we'll try and catch you later.
Sure.